With our hold over Tarsonis stable for the time being, our queen has seen fit to take a sizable portion of our forces to the orbit over Braxis. She has had enough of the UED and the BS they are causing with the influence of the Psi Disrupter. She would have brought more forces to bear, but with the Psi Disrupter, she can only exert so much direct control over her forces.
The Psi Disruptor is causing me some very serious problems. Although I've regained control of my forces here, it's taking more and more concentration just to keep them in line.
The distress of our queen is mocked by her Terran ally, Jim Raynor. Were he not instrumental to her plans, we would like to feed him to our larvae.
Oh, my heart's breaking for you, Kerrigan. Now exactly why was it that you asked Phoenix and I to bring Minx to you?
Are you still suspicious that I'll kill him for abandoning me to the Zerg? I've gotten over it, Jim. We can't afford to let petty hatreds jeopardize our plans for the UED.
That's reassuring.
He reveals that he brought along a prisoner, per our queen's request. A prisoner named Minsk. No doubt another Terran fool.
Arcturus, I presume you found your cold sleep chamber accommodating?
What is the meaning of this, Kerrigan?
Kerrigan replies in jest, and assures that she does not plan to kill Minsk, but that she has a certain ploy that will no doubt be vital in taking down the Psi Disruptor.
Straight to the point, huh? I was hoping to chat. It's been a while.
Not long enough. Why have I been brought here?
I need your psi emitters, Arcturus.
Why?
Remember the Confederate Psi Disruptor that you could never find? Well, the UED found it, and it's preventing me from controlling my minions. With the help of your psi emitters, I can gather up enough Zerg to destroy the Disruptor and confront the UED.
She attempts to make small talk with the imprisoned Terran Emperor, but he displays no warmth for our beloved and cherished Queen of Blades. She gets to the point, and requests that he bring in some of his psi emitters, devices that are known to call out to Zerg. She confirms that the UED were able to secure the Psi Disruptor, a task that Minsk failed at for some time, and that the psi emitters could help her in taking down the Psi Disruptor.
And what are you offering me in return?
Minsk has the utter gall to ask for something in return, as if he is in any position to barter.
Ha! Ever the politician. All right, Emperor. If you help me destroy the Disruptor, I'll help you retake Korhal from the UED.
But our humble and gracious queen offers him the help of retaking his old homeworld of Korhal 4, a planet that has been left in chaotic turmoil ever since the UED shattered the Dominion fortress at Augustgrad.
A tempting offer. What assurances do I have of you fulfilling your end of the bargain?
Minsk goes even farther into his ego and says he is tempted, but then asks why he should even trust Kerrigan in the first place. To which she sternly answers that he will rot in his cell for the rest of his days if he does not take the offer.
The only thing I can assure you of, Arcturus, is that without my help, you'll be the Emperor of your own little 8x8 cell for the rest of your life.
I see that you're still a persuasive speaker. All right, Kerrigan. I'll lend you some emitters, but this had better be worth it.
Clearly backed into a political corner, the foolish Emperor has no choice but to submit to the demands of our queen. We descend to the surface of Braxis, and Raynor sets out on his part of the mission.
All right, boys and girls, listen up. Our objective is to locate and disable the Psi Disruptor's primary power generator. Once we've done that, we'll turn over the mission to Minsk and Kerrigan. Let's move out.
Raynor's raiders use their skills and maneuverability to quickly close ground on the main power station for the Psi Disruptor, destroying it in seconds.
Transit HQ.
Kerrigan, the generator's offline. You can send down the Psi emitter at any time.
Good work, Jim.
The Psi emitter will be carried by one of my SCVs. With the disruptor's power cut, the emitter should be able to get the attention of any renegade Zerg near it. The SCV will then be able to lure the Zerg back to your base. Once the Zerg arrive there, you'll be able to assert direct control over them.
Minsk gives us the info we will need to utilize his Psi emitters. Just get close with the SCV, and the emitter should do the rest. Easy.
Orders, Captain? Affirmative.
Perfect. With these Zerg, I can construct a new Hive Cluster. Once my forces have grown strong enough, I can assault the Psi Disruptor directly.
Kerrigan is visibly excited about being able to command more Zerg than what the Psi Disruptor was allowing. We quickly instruct one of the drones to mutate into a hatchery. Side note, as tempting as it is to use a second drone to make an extractor, since we have more than enough resources for it, we must remember back to the first Zerg campaign mission of the original Starcraft, and recall one of the first lessons imposed upon us by Dagoth. And yes, I know we're playing as a different Cerebrate now than when we played Starcraft, but shh.
The drones themselves mutate into these structures. Yet be careful. Never use your last drone to make a building.
Now back to the mission. Using the small group of Zerglings we took over, we scout outside our location and find a few hunter-killers just hanging out. They cannot resist the call of the emitter and quickly join our forces. A massive gain in firepower.
Excellent work. Although these Zerg are now under my control, I sense that there are more Zerg out there. We must lure as many of them here as possible.
Kerrigan requests that we search even farther out as she can still feel the presence of more Zerg in the area. With the hunter-killers in tow, and the Zerglings there to absorb enemy fire, they push through an enemy bunker and find some devouring ones. These hero Zerglings are incredibly vicious, being able to slay enemies far larger than them. With these mighty warriors now in our pocket, we retreat back to our base as our hatchery is about to finish mutation, and we will need to focus on base work for the time being. With hunter-killers and devouring ones protecting our workers, we decide to scout even farther with our remaining Zerglings. They encounter an enemy firebat, but are able to surround him to minimize the damage dealt by his wrist-mounted Perdition flamethrower. The Zerglings fall back when they encounter an enemy bunker, and we put more effort into base expansion. With a few sunken colonies guarding the entrance to our base, we sally forth with our stronger-than-average warriors to raze that bunker to the ground. These Terran are meat for the swarm, and fall quickly, only to reveal even more hunter-killers positioned right behind them. Our squad of soldiers find another bunker and siege tank guarding a resource cache and wipe them out. Sadly, 2 of our devouring ones succumb to their wounds. We quickly forget about them though, because sitting idly by is a weird dog waiting to be rescued. A mighty Torask, stronger than any other Zerg soldier we could ever hope to mutate. This absolute unit of a Zerg will ensure the Psi Disruptor and all who protect it are swept away by its titanic blades.
With all due respect to Miss Kerrigan, sir, these critters make me nervous as hell. I sure would appreciate some immediate evac.
HQ.
The SCV, having completed his job, requests an evac because he is close to wetting his britches. With all nearby Zerg converted to our cause, we focus back on advancing our Hive Cluster to prepare for our eventual assault. Under protection of the mighty Torask, we expand to that resource node we discovered earlier. Our hunter-killers and last remaining devouring one are more than enough to defend our main base. We dispatch a group of Zerglings to explore the rest of the battlefield, and they discover what we surmise to be the enemy's main encampment. We send out the Torask to do some exploring of his own, and the moment he leaves our forward base, it comes under attack. Thankfully, we have ample defenses which prove more than enough to fend off the UED scum. The Torask discovers a third node of minerals, and we decide to go all in and expand to it as well. Believing us to be distracted, some UED wraiths attempt to blast apart our drones at our main base. Thankfully, we had our hunter-killers close by, and they make short work of the flying Terran. Just to ensure they don't have any straggling bases to flank us with, we send some more Zerglings over near where the main power supply was for the Psi Disruptor. Thankfully, there's no Terran in the area, and there's even a fourth expansion node. We figure that our current income is still not enough, and decide to expand to it as well. Now, with ample resources, we begin mutating larvae into our army. Our first squad is Mutalisks, and we send them northeast to try and locate the enemy's flank. They succeed in their initial assault, and we pull them back to reinforce their numbers. Knowing the enemy rests in the central northern area, and with a substantial amount of warriors, we begin the attack. Mutalisks crash in from the eastern flank as our numerous foot soldiers brute force their way onto the high ground where the enemy defenses reside.
Our forces are under attack.
Our swarm is quickly reduced to an elite few, but the enemy's casualties are far greater than our own. With a couple hunter-killers still alive, and the Torask proving that he is the best boy, they begin razing the Terran structures to the ground. Knowing that we still need more firepower, we start mutating our reinforcements. With only a couple Mutalisks still alive, and more eventually on the way, the Torask works his way into the rear of the enemy base, and does his best to survive until help can arrive.
Our forces are under attack.
Completely ignoring the enemy structures, our new squad of flyers set their sights on the enemy siege tanks, the only units capable of harming and/or killing our Torask. We have the Mutalisks fly in a defensive formation around the great beast while he gets to work on the Psi Disruptor, eventually bringing it down.
Forces are under attack.
There's no congratulations from our queen, nor recognition from Duran. But we know the real MVP in today's battle is that big, beefy boy. Can I pet that dog?